You know, we've had a couple of days of install, so we've had probably all of the base stuff for normal down and distance stuff has probably gone in, and you know, we'll be 7 days out tomorrow, so we'll find out, you know, where we are a little bit, go through the whole game procedure, all those kind of things.
We've talked a lot about the learning process with Gene and his staff. Is this another one of those, learning how to deal with game week?
No doubt. No doubt, everything is a learning process for them. I mean, because it's all new for them. So everything they're doing is brand new and has to be learned, and hopefully we get it all done before game day.
How much difference is there, can you point to, in your program between, you know, now and when the first time you guys played one of these games against South Carolina, you know, season opener a couple of years ago? How far have you guys come since then?
Well, we got more, you know, we got more pieces of the puzzle put together. We've got some more depth at some positions that we didn't have. You know, we've got a little bit more experience than we had then. And I think most of our guys feel comfortable. Now, we've got a total defensive scheme change, you know, so that guys are still learning, but those would be the major differences.
Does anything stand out more about working with Gene Chizik the longer you work with him?
He's just exactly what I thought he was, you know, and I was fortunate to know him for a long time. So, I mean, there were really no surprises. I mean, it's who I thought he was. He's very detailed, very demanding on doing things a certain way, and he wants them done a certain way on that side of the ball, and he does a great job with it. He's very, you know, intense and a lot of energy.
Is the defense about where you thought it would be, or is it even possible to know kind of?
I think it's too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can know until we get into that game. I think the guys are working hard. They're doing what we ask them to do. They're learning. They're studying it. I feel like they've got a pretty good understanding of what they're doing. And but we won't know till we get tested.
Mikey Bart essentially playing his third position in 3 seasons. I've seen him out there a lot with the ones during the time we've been out here. How has he come along, and especially developing into solely defensive end now?
Yeah, Mikey's been really solid for us. I mean, he's a guy that you can count on. He's gonna be the same way every single day, and that's nice for a coach. You know, when he's very dependable. So, I mean, one of the things that we talk about, one of the most important abilities they have is dependability, and that's what Mikey is.
How do you go about preparing for a defense like South Carolina when they got a new, you know, co-defensive coordinator and that has some NFL ties?
Yeah, you really don't know what they're going to do. So you just you do the best you can. You know, we look at stuff from last year. We look at stuff from some of the NFL stuff, but we got no way of really knowing. I mean, we're you know, probably a lot like they feel right now with us defensively. I mean, they can go back and look at whatever film from Gene and all the guys, but I mean, they got no idea, because I mean, they're going to. No matter what John Hoke is, he's still going to adapt it to the guys that he has. He's going to mold it around the defensive players and their skill level and what they can do. And so, you know, you got no way of knowing. We're going to have to do a good job of adjusting in the game.
And with an experienced offense like you have, shouldn't that adjustment be a little bit easier?
It would be more easier than inexperience, yes.
Do you feel like it's extra beneficial opening up against such a quality team on national television? Do you feel like an extra sense of urgency, I guess, among the players?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've noticed that from all the way back when we started winter workouts, and they're talking about it, you know, and the fans are talking about it all year. So it's there's definitely a sense of urgency amongst those guys, and has been throughout the summer, throughout winter, all of it.
Is there a certain significance to playing in Charlotte and what that means for kind of recruiting and maybe the state in general?
Well, obviously it's a recruiting hotbed. I mean, there's a lot of great high school players in that area, a lot of great coaching in that area. So, you know, for us to play there and in a big game, it's always beneficial.
What would it take for you to consider it a successful turnaround for the defense? Is it a statistical thing? Is it an eye test thing? What do you think?
I mean, be better than we were, hold the opponent to 1 less point than we score on offense. I mean, whatever it takes.
Is there anything specific, though, you want to see? I mean, aside from, you know, more tackles or stops,
well,
or
I mean,
confidence, or
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, it still comes down to scoring. I mean, that's the key to the whole thing. So, I mean, obviously we got to be much better than we were, you know, in that avenue, or we won't have a chance.